Sometimes I'll do a review and I'll just try to kind of get a check for how other people's reviews compare to mine. So, you know, I watched the guys from Ski Essentials and I came across some videos from Curated. God, I watched these videos and I was shocked. So I only watched a couple and I thought I'd live react to some more of them today. So I'm gonna get my laptop out, get my Red Bull out, and yeah, let's review some Curated ski videos.
Let's make some magic!
I've reviewed all of these skis, so it should be pretty on brand with what I've seen. So let's see. Atomic Maverick 88 Ti review. Let's do the 95 Ti.
Hi, I'm Timothy, one of the ski experts here at Curated, and I just got done riding the Maverick 95 Ti.
Instantly no. Instantly no. What? My man, who told you? Who told you to wear a helmet with no goggles? What? This is the guy? This is the expert? It says, I'm not sponsored by any company. Yeah. Yeah, I gathered. Oh, this feels so mean. I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't care. I think as I've gotten older, I've learned that like really anyone can enjoy skiing. And especially having kids, and I took 5 years off skiing. And so now I'm kind of got the mind like, okay, whatever gets you on the mountain and gets you enjoying the fresh air. But these people are coming before, what is this thing has 18,000 views? Jeez. Okay, they're going before 18,000 people saying, I'm an expert in this area. Got the helmet and no goggles? Come on, okay. Gotta keep going. We're not gonna make it very far. No, not sponsored.
Completely unbiased.
Completely unbiased. Okay.
This thing rips. What an incredible brand new ski.
Bruh.
Atomic.
It rips. Show me you ripping then. Your skis didn't even get out from underneath you. They didn't even slightly turn. Okay, maybe it gets better. I've done this video. I've like made these videos. It is tricky. You know, sometimes like they just don't get the shot, or it can be like, you know, the snow gets in the way.
For 95, it's pretty quick edge to edge. At speed,
for 95 it's quick.
There's no chatter. That 2 full sheets of metal, just
yeah, there's no chatter because you're going. It's like 10 miles an hour.
Such a damn smooth ride, but amazingly they're not that heavy.
They're not that heavy. That is true.
Pretty light. And with 95, I hit probably about 7 or 8 inches of powdery snow. These things just floated beautifully. You can basically take the
7 or 8 inches of powdery snow. You know, I tell my wife that's 7 or 8 inches too. 7 to 8 inches of powdery. What? You're in the woods. Like when I go with my kids, we call that the magic forest, where you just kind of go right off the trail. But that's on the beginner area. That you know, where I grew up in Burke Mountain, they put little like pictures of squirrels and rabbits for little kids in that area. Okay.
Skis anywhere you want on the mountain. I took them into trees. They were super quick and very maneuverable.
You took them into trees for 3 seconds. That was like, I counted 5 trees. Come on, man. What's this guy's name? Tim? Come on, Tim.
I would take these anywhere on the mountain.
Would you take them anywhere on the mountain? Could you take them anywhere on the mountain?
It's an awesome all-mountain ski. I really like the 95
Alright,
Maverick.
Amid, alright. Instantly, already, I respect it. He's got the helmet unbuckled, but he didn't take the goggles off. I'm sure whoever the producer was, take your goggles off, show us. He's like, no, the goggles stay on. Okay. Amid. He prefers the 95 over 100. Alright, Amid. Alright. A man of taste. Okay.
And I think this type of structure works better in a narrower form because it's a bit quicker.
What? It works better in a narrower form. No, it's more responsive in a narrower form, but the width has like a purpose. If you're out in the powder, you don't want a narrower ski. What? Okay.
my mind in fresh
Oh,
powder.
they're back
and
to
in the
Tim.
trees. This Horizon tip.
They did the slow-mo. Come on, don't do that to my man, Tim. He didn't need the slow-mo. Okay.
It stayed afloat at all times.
Horizon
The
tip, stayed afloat,
Horizon
okay.
tip from Atomic is basically what they call their tip rocker here, and it's
Basically what they call the tip rocker. I mean, he's not wrong, but he's like over-explaining a really basic detail. Okay.
basically designed to keep you above the snow.
Okay. You understand, like, the Horizon tech isn't just that the tip goes, like, every tip goes. The Horizon is kind of that boat hole, like Zach talked about in our review. Okay.
When you have a lot of powder like today. Okay, cool. So this ski excels.
Told him to put his goggles up. He's like, I'll put them up, but I'm not taking them off.
Most all mountain skis do in more scenarios. Trees, powder, groomers. It was a blast in moments.
Tim, pressure the front of the boot, my man. There's not that much snow. It's okay. I'm being harsh. I wouldn't care about anyone else skiing like that, but this guy is passing himself as an expert, and it's like instantly with reviewing the ski footage. That's not the case.
Well,
But I'd like a mead.
avoid on this. If you spend most of your time in bowls or variable ski snow conditions where there's a lot of different types of, chunder and stuff, this can kind of get knocked around a little bit. It's not very, very heavy, so it won't just bulldoze right through.
Amid's kind of right. It's not like it'll do it for you, but if you're really loading up the ski, it does cut through. You just gotta like be a confident skier. If you're confident enough and you're really loading that downhill ski, it'll cut through. You just kind of have to. Oh, sorry, that noise. If you're a confident skier, it'll just cut through. You just have to be really confident, really stand on the downhill ski. What happens is people don't stay confident and they see something coming, they go, ah! And they back off the pressure of the downhill ski, and then the ski definitely doesn't cut through. So it's kind of a weird game of chicken you play with the snow conditions, but the Maverick should have no problem going through, especially at 95. I get what he's saying, but to me it feels like he held the skis and felt they were light and then just kind of inserted that narrative before, rather than actually trying it.
I wouldn't want to put a beginner on this ski. It's got 2 sheets of metal in here, so
Why?
it feel a little
Why can't
bit
beginners go on Mavericks? I don't get that. They're light. They're gonna help. Like, a beginner is a beginner, and I get that, but you should still be learning how to load the front of your ski. I mean, it's a light ski. It's super great edge to edge. People kind of say that, and they like self-insert there, like, oh, well, it took me 10 years to learn carving. But it's like, well, people are starting out with carving skis. They're not going straight to carving, so that learning curve isn't as hard as it used to be. And why not put someone in a good ski like that? Like, they can grow with the ski. If you put someone in a Nordic Enforcer, as they grow and develop, they're going to be kind of like cut off by the fact that the Nordic Enforcers won't give them any energy once they finally figure out how to load that energy. That's a nitpick.
If you spend most of your time, for example, in bowls or, ice, East Coast, or very, very tough groomers, this might not be the #1 ski for those.
What? Okay. I'm from the East Coast. I take this. This flannel is like our national flag over there. Okay. You wouldn't take Mavericks on the East Coast? What? My man, they're the best carvers on the market right now. You can load them up. That is what the East Coast is all about. These people say East Coast like they've ever been there, or maybe they have. I don't know. This doesn't look like that much snow, so maybe it's the East Coast. But no. Okay, East Coast. You want to know what you need to know about the East Coast? You don't have to wax your skis as often as the West Coast because we don't get as much fresh powder kind of drying out the bases, but you do have to have sharp edges. So if you had a sharp pair of Atomic Mavericks on the East Coast, no problem. No sweat. But you gotta tune them. I don't know. Like, you gotta load up your edge, and then, like I said before, you gotta trust that that downhill edge is gonna hold. But the East Coast doesn't instantly make it impossible to ski. In fact, I'd rather be on a Maverick than like a bent on the East Coast. I'm not sure. What is he talking about? This is like when West Coast people talk about East Coast, but they've never actually skied there. They've just like seen memes or something.
Scenarios, but besides those, this is one of the top skis.
East Coast is the only place I'd want a Maverick. I wouldn't take my Solomons to the East Coast. I would only take the Mavericks. Okay.
The amazing thing about these skis, I would
I
recommend
instantly don't trust somebody with those kind of gloves. The Spider Jack is okay. Maybe you got it before it was like made in China and sold at Costco, but
these from anyone from an intermediate all the way up to
instantly no with Tim. Intermediate all the way to an expert skier.
an expert skier. They're pretty.
So every skier except for a beginner. And the beginner doesn't care. They're just learning the basics. They could ski on, okay. They could ski on anything. I haven't even taken a sip of this. Okay, this is gonna be a long video.
So it won't just bulldoze right through. I wouldn't want to put a beginner on this ski. It's got 2 sheets of metal in here, so we can recommend these skis from anyone from an intermediate all the way up to an expert.
Okay, we're back with the intermediate expert.
They will do the turns for you, but if you want to really...
They will not do the turns for you. You have to load up the downhill ski. Like a Fisher, I could see where you'd think that because it takes very little pressure, but Atomic's absolutely not. That's exactly wrong. It's like the most wrong you could be about the ski. It will not do the turn for you. You need to load it up. When you load it up, the turn feels like the best turn in the industry. These are the nicest carving skis that you could buy. But they're not gonna turn for you, what? This isn't a Tesla, my man.
Give it a lot of input and tell it where you want them to go. You can really drive these skis.
Then tell them where you want them to go. I'm not gonna say what,
If you want to see more content like this, please hit that subscribe button. And if you
absolutely. Hitting subscribe. More content. He's got the dangly mittens. God. Okay. Okay. This has been a little bit mean-spirited, and I don't mean for it to be. But if you're gonna come on the internet and claim yourself as an expert, and I've done this, and I'm sure I'm ready for the heat. But this is like not only really misleading in the information that it's giving people, it's also like giving someone a tool that doesn't know how to use it. It would be like, you know, giving me like a specialized carpenter tool and I'm like just banging it like a hammer. It is so frustrating to watch someone not know how to carve the ski and then, yeah, and not know how to actually use it. It's like mind-meltingly frustrating. Where did they get these people? Like, these people both look like they just found someone in the lodge like during Christmas and were like, hey, can you ski a blue square? All right. I think that makes you an expert, my man. Oh God, and the comments are brutal. It's like, I almost have a theory that like they make this kind of content to get these kind of comments because it is engagement on social media. Why is no one talking about how every ski expert on curated channels are intermediate skiers? I mean, dude, he's skiing like a Black Diamond. I don't know. My gauge of this is weird, but it's like, if you're not actually loading a ski, I don't know how you're gonna tell people about it. Because like, a lot of what you're feeling and getting out of the skiing experience is based on how you load the ski and unload. It's like, dude, this is what happens when tech bros get involved in skiing. Because these are people that really don't understand. Okay. Not a lot of comments. A lot of views and like 16 comments. How do you have 18,000 views and 16 comments? Weird. Weird. Although Amid seemed to know a little something. I don't know why they didn't video Amid. Amid seemed to like, I bet Amid's not that bad of a skier. I bet he knows what's going down. Because he knew not to take the goggles off, and he had an inkling of some of the things the Atomic Maverick was doing, but he was a little backwards. It's like he got turned around midway through talking, which happens, but it should have, you know, I think if Amid could edit it, maybe he would have edited it out. Or maybe he's just, I don't know. I didn't see him ski. That would be, I need to see Amid ski. Yeah, if you're going between a 100 and a 95, the 100s are definitely better in powder. However, saying that is kind of misleading because the 95s would be fine in powder too. It's just what you want. If you're only going for powder, go for the 100, but if you want something that carves, the width really affects like the responsiveness turn to turn, not so much what you can, like how much they load or anything like that. The design's the same, so. Taj Hotel 1 from 1 year ago. Maybe my answer's helpful. I don't know. This man's like already bought skis, started a new life by now. So I got Zach's reaction to one of these. He said, he's really nice. He doesn't want to say anything negative, but he says, oh, I guess they're experts at curating, not experts at skiing. And that like really sums up how I feel, because whew, Woo! So just want to say thank you everyone so much for watching my content. If you like it, please like and subscribe. You know, ring the bell if you want to get notifications, if you want to see these videos. I love making this stuff and love engaging with everybody in the comments. So leave me a comment on something you'd like me to review. If you find another wild video, I'll, you know, take a couple tums and react. But yeah, thanks so much everybody for watching. I really love doing this. This is fun. So yeah, thanks for watching.